Fight and fulfill your destiny. Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans, a 1981 sci-fi epic starring Harry Hamlin as Perseus, son of Zeus. Let me start off by saying, what didn't this movie have? Epic fight scenes, monsters, magic, great special effects for the time. You can say what you want now about that shitty remake that they did back in 2010 starring Avatar Boy, but no. Back in the day, what Ray Harryhausen was able to do and put up on that screen was absolutely mystical. It was magical. It is cinema magic to this day. And in this movie particular, there are just creatures that are created that just stood the test of time. Now, yeah, maybe the Kraken is a bit dated for its day, but you can say what you want about the Kraken, but you can't say that about this chick. Medusa absolutely scared the living shit out of me when I was a kid. I would not watch that scene with the lights on by myself. I just couldn't do it because not only is she butt-ass ugly, but all she had to do was look at you and you were one dead mother. That was absolutely one of the most terrifying creatures I had ever seen on the big screen, and till this day I still consider it a work of art. And as far as the movie as a whole, this entire movie is a work of art, and I still cherish it. I know it may seem dated to some, but not to me, because to me it's always a classic. And I felt bad because I used to be on the side that said, hey, maybe Clash of Titans should get a reboot. You know, modern day special effects and a great story. Perseus is the son of Zeus. He grows up on this island getting everything he ever wants. He's living the dream, and then he gets put into reality, the real crap shit of the world, when the goddess Thetis gets upset at Zeus for cursing her son Calibos, because Calibos was pretty much being a dick. You know, he went around terrorizing people and killing all Zeus's horses. What the hell else was Zeus supposed to do? Say, that's not being very good. No, Zeus is going to say, you know what? Fuck you. You're an ugly bitch now. That said, Perseus gets put into the real world and he falls in love with Andromeda. And you know, if you've seen the movie, you know what happens. You know the adventure that ensues. You know what happens with the three witches. Give me the eye! Calibos. Punish him! The effects in creating Calibos, that was he was one of my first real major big screen villains that not only did you want to root against, but you just despised. And he was terrifying to look at. And there were a few scenes that you could tell were all claymation, but intermixed with the scenes with the actual actor wearing the makeup, they were weaved together really well, and it just brought this terrifying looking creature to life. The Kraken and the Kraken was good. It was kind of like a big giant fish or whatever that had a great ab workout plan, but for what it was a great effect. It was still one of cinema's legendary creatures. Other than a few scenes, effect scenes where you can kind of see the cells where they're created, it still stands the test of time. It'll always stand the test of time. It's definitely always going to be better than that piece of shit that came out in 2010 starring Avatar Boy. This is one of the all-time classics. It will be one of the all-time classics, and for a while it was the #1 film on my list until a few other films bumped it down. But all in all, I still love it. I still watch it. I've watched it with my young ones, and they like it. They enjoy the creatures. They enjoy the effects, and just about as much as I do. And I look forward to seeing it again and again and again until the end of time. But that's my #3 film of all time, Clash of the Titans. It's a classic. It's always going to be a classic. I loved it. I'm always going to love it heads and toes above the reboot and any sequels that follows from that. It's a Hollywood gem. If you haven't seen Clash of the Titans, I'd check it out. If you have seen Clash of the Titans, of course you want to check it out again. This movie had action. It had It had monster fights. It had people fighting monsters. It had giant scorpions. It had just about everything you'd want out of a timeless piece of cinematic art, which I consider it. Maybe that just makes me a huge geek, but I'll accept that. I'll take that. I'll gladly accept it. I'll go to battle for Clash of the Titans. I always go to battle for Clash of the Titans. It's my number 3 favorite film of all time, and that's the truth. It's the balls. I'm the albatross, and I'm out. Yeah.